It's been 10 years since an anonymous programmer named Satoshi Nakamoto wrote the Bitcoin white paper and released the Bitcoin source code. In these 10 years, we've learned a lot. So the beginning was peer-to-peer electronic cash, Bitcoin, right? And that's a miracle in itself. And then over these next 10 years, we saw this amazing user base of people who grow up around this, and they're willing to transact Bitcoin, live off Bitcoin, educate, and evangelize Bitcoin, right? And that's a miracle in and of itself. Now, we're entering this phase where the sharing economy is the thing, right? People are cool with sharing their car to transport you around via Uber, or sharing their bedroom so you can have a place to crash for the weekend via Airbnb. Now, people are much more receptive to the fact that they can share their financial instruments.
If you've never heard of peer-to-peer finance, I think one of the easiest ways to think about it is, instead of doing a transaction with your online bank or with some kind of other centralized app, you're just doing it with another peer. And maybe this person is giving you a gift card instead of you going to 7-Eleven, or maybe they're paying a bill for you online, or maybe they're purchasing something for you with Alipay.
You know, in the West, they always present Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as something that's only about vices or speculation. And those are indeed two use cases of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, but there's 5 other use cases, right? Payments, wealth preservation, e-commerce and remittance, and also social good. And this is what peer-to-peer finance is about, developing these true use cases, right? Giving people an alternative, especially in Africa. What's happened to Africa over the past 400 years is one of the most painful and tragic things the world can imagine. I say this as an African. In all honesty, it's amazing that the black man is even alive, considering the 3 waves of slavery that have happened. And this final wave is the worst of all, was its economic enslavement. You destroy the value of people's work, and you tell them, hey, you have to stay in this little financial prison. You can't use your money outside. You're not worthy to interact with the outside world. We're sweeping all that away right now.
In the 90s, there was an event that happened in Rwanda that was quite tragic and claimed a lot of lives. I'm not sure if there's a more vulnerable and devastated group of people in modern history, let's say in the past 10 to 20 years. It was very important for us to start somewhere where we knew the impact would be felt. And through our partnership with Zamzam Water, we found someone that we knew we could trust to execute and make sure that these funds went to the people that needed them most. So far we built 3 schools there, 2 schools, 3 buildings actually. And that's just the beginning of our commitment to that region. And we're very happy to be a part of Rwanda's growth, especially at this early stage. And I think in the future, Rwanda will be the Singapore of Africa.
With peer-to-peer finance, there are no borders. You don't have to ask for permission from some fat old banker you've never met sitting somewhere in the city of London. We can take control of our finances. People right next door, and there's nothing more human than that.